Imagine walking into your house after a long day of work or school and being greeted by an excited, furry friend. Whether or not you've had the worst day ever or the best day, a dog would never be able to tell, and they love you all the same. Dogs are amazing, loyal, and incredible creatures who, in my opinion, bring a ray of joy to a world that can sometimes seem so cruel. When deciding whether your family wants to acquire a dog, there are two main ways that you can go about this, whether it's adopting them from an animal shelter or purchasing them from a puppy mill or a breeder. Adoption is hands down the best way to get a dog and add to your life, and there are three main reasons why I believe that this is true. The first is that puppy mills are extremely cruel places for dogs, and the second is that in puppy mills, dogs have long-term life illnesses that are the result of inbreeding. The third and final reason is that adoption is the most cost-effective way to add a dog to your family. I've been around dogs my whole life, and I truly have a passion for them. I have 3 dogs who are all adopted at home, and I've worked in animal shelters throughout high school and college. Additionally, I've done some research for this speech, and that will highlight why I feel these ideas are the most important in why adoption is the right choice as opposed to buying a dog from a breeder. My first reasoning for deciding to adopt a dog instead of purchasing one is that puppy mills can be extremely cruel places. In order to better help you understand what a puppy mill is, I will define it for you. A puppy mill is a large-scale breeding operation where anywhere from 100 to 800 dogs can be housed in a small farm in cages. There may be 2 or 3 dogs per cage who will live their lives inside of these cages. Their main purpose in life is to breed dogs and to have as many dogs as possible and in the least amount of time. After they are done breeding dogs, or after they have given birth to enough dogs and they can no longer breed dogs, the dogs are somewhat thrown to the wayside and not cared about. Additionally, the dogs that live in these cages have barely any interaction with humans or other dogs, and they really do not have the life that a dog should live. Some people think that animal shelters are somewhat similar, but this is not true, and I can tell from personal experience. When I worked in animal shelters, every day volunteers give hours upon hours of their time in order to make every dog feel special and to give them interaction in the hopes of helping them to find a forever home. Because of this, I feel that adoption is the best way to obtain a dog for your family because it eliminates the brutal aspect of puppy mills and helps dogs to have a happier and healthier life. While this may seem like a reason enough to adopt a dog, another important reason to adopt a dog is because puppy mill dogs who you can purchase often have lifelong illnesses that can shorten their lifespan. This second reason, the illnesses and health issues that dogs may face, is extremely important because a lot of people don't know about it. The Humane Society of the United States did a study that compared animal shelter dogs with dogs from puppy mills and found that dogs from puppy mills often suffered from more lifelong diseases such as cancer and heart disease than did animal shelter dogs. This, they concluded, was the result of inbreeding, where their genetics were crossed somewhere along the line and they ended up being more susceptible to these long-term illnesses. When adopting a dog, it's important that you assess their long-term life and how they'll affect your family. And these diseases not only affect the dogs, but they affect the family as well and can be heartbreaking for them. In my personal experience, I had a purebred bull mastiff who passed away at age 6 because she had bone cancer, and she was purchased from a breeder. Of course, we cannot directly say that this was because of inbreeding, but we can generalize the fact that this is happening and people are very unaware of it. This very fact can cause people to choose adoption over purchasing a dog from a breeder, which is very important when deciding how you will obtain a dog for your family. While this also is an important reason, my last and final reason for deciding or for advocating for adoption over purchasing a dog is that adoption is a more cost-effective method for obtaining a dog. When families are deciding whether or not they can afford to have a dog for their family, it's often hard for them to understand how cost-effective adoption can be. When you Google the prices of dogs with breeders, prices can range from $500 to even $2,000 for purebred and some designer dogs. This is unrealistic when it comes to adoption. When you adopt a dog, there are often times when you can adopt a dog for free during days where the adoption shelter waives the fees. Other times, fees usually average between $50 and $200. And when you think about it, this is a small sum for a lifelong companion. Additionally, this small sum is cycled into the animal shelter to help them foster and raise new dogs. And it continues a good cycle where more and more dogs get homes. Additionally, when you think about the few thousands of dollars that you're spending towards buying a purebred dog, that fosters the negative cycle that I've spoken about before with puppy mills and the health issues that they face oftentimes because of the fees and the money that you're putting in the breeders' pockets. Overall, there are three main reasons why you should choose adoption instead of purchasing a dog from a breeder. And these three reasons are, again, the cruelty of puppy mills, the health issues that dogs from puppy mills will face, and the cost effectiveness of adoption. I hope that the next time that you decide to add a dog to your family, you will consider these reasons and truly try to give a dog the life that it deserves.